Margo with K here. Today's video is going to be on a storytime video on a consigning story. I briefly mentioned one of my consigning stories in one of my videos, and a lot of you guys commented that you guys want to hear more stories about consigning. So I thought, why not come on today and tell you guys. So I do want to also say, if you guys can comment below if you like the lighting in this video. I kind of switched it up a little bit. I know my background's still a disaster, but I switched up my lighting a little bit. So let me know what you guys think about it. But anyway, back to the consigning story. So I had a consignment store in Greenwich, Connecticut, which bordered Port Chester, New York. It was a very crappy location. I didn't do any research. So let me give you a little background on it. I was working at a casino, and I started as a marketing coordinator, and I got promoted to the casino host. And my schedule was really crappy. I worked nights and weekends pretty much. So I had no social life or anything like that. So I took to selling on eBay because I was like, well, all my friends work while I'm off and all my friends are going out while I'm working. So I decided to start selling as like a pastime. So I was consigning for people at work. I was selling stuff that was around my house, and I had a really great time doing it. So I was like, you know what? I want to do this for a living. So I quit my job. I rented a space and I decided to become a full-time reseller. So I was in my little shop, and I had a woman come in one day, and she was like really fidgety when she was talking to me, and she seemed like really nervous. And so she came in, she wanted to consign. I never had any foot traffic in my store. I only had 2 people who ever came into my store to consign that didn't already know me. So there was no traffic on the street where like my store was busy, and literally right around the corner from me on the main road was a consignment shop. I'm not kidding. I did no research. I just was like, I'm 26, 25, whatever I was. And I was like, this is what I'm going to do. So this woman comes in, she wants to consign a quilt. So I had contracts and everything at the time. And in my contract, it specified that I will sell the item however and wherever I think is necessary. That was in my contract. I don't know why I put that in my contract, but I did. And so she gives me the quilt, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, how much do you want for it? And she's like, $150. So I'm like, okay. Now it was used, of course. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, there's a huge rip in this. And she's like, wow, you have really good eyesight. How did you see that? And I was like, well, it's huge. And I'm like holding it up, like it's like the size of my head. I was like, it's really big. And she's like, well, you know, it's a really expensive quilt, blah, blah, blah. And one of my biggest problems as a business owner is telling people no, because I always feel like I want the business. I want to make the money. I want to do the thing. So I don't know what's going on with my hair. So I was like, all right, fine. So I made a note in the contract, there was a rip in this, blah, blah, blah. Give her the contract. It was a 3-month trial, which is what I did for everybody. So there was no foot traffic that I had mentioned, and nobody ever came in to buy anything. All my sales at that point in time were all on eBay. So what I would do is I would come in, I would list things on eBay, write the descriptions, everything like that. And then I'd be pretty much done for the day because nobody ever came into the store. Again, it was just a really crappy location, everything like that. And I was very used to selling on eBay, so I continued to list everything on eBay. So, make a long story short, my rent was very expensive. It was about $1,500 a month, and I was really struggling to like make my bills every month. Not only was it $1,500, but it was also like $300 a month for electric. I'm sorry, I'm rambling so much that my phone keeps on shutting off. But anyway, so it was very expensive for my rent. It was very expensive for my electric, and also the gas money that it cost me to get there. I don't have to justify why I did what I did, but that is the background. So what I did was I would go there a few days a week, and I would take pictures. I would list it on eBay, and then I got another job. So I had my store, which there was no foot traffic. All my sales were on eBay, so I couldn't just sit there and be idle. I couldn't just sit in that store all day. It didn't make any sense for me, so I had to get another job. So I got another job, so I was rarely at the store. I only really went there to just list things, ship things whenever they sold, etc. Okay, so one day I go to the store with my best friend Jill, who I talk about all the time, Better Homes in Dillian, you guys know her. And on my door to my business was a note that was on there, and it said in big letters, I want my stuff back. I'm gonna call the Better Business Bureau on you. Any consigners that I had, I only had 2 now that I didn't know. So I knew it was one of the 2 who wrote this. So anyway, so I figure out that it's this woman. My friend Jill helps me. She's like, yeah, I think it's that woman. So I write her an email, and I said, just came to work today, got your note. My business is not a place for you to post threatening letters to me about calling the Better Business Bureau on me. I was like, I spoke to my lawyer about this, and you will be hearing from my lawyer. And you're welcome to come in at any time to pick up your stuff. Sorry, nobody wanted a $150 ripped quilt. And so she was so apologetic. She's like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah. She comes in, she comes in to get her quilt, and my friend Jill was there with me again. This was like a few days later. We decided that that was the day she was going to come in. And she's like, I'm so sorry. She starts crying. It's not funny, but it's funny. She started crying, apologizing profusely. And like, at this point, like, I'm like, okay, can you leave? Like, just take your stuff and leave, please. Like, I don't care. Like, at this point, I'm fed up. Like, do not leave me threatening notes on my business about calling the better. Like, it was a 3-month trial. In your contract, it states that I will sell it any way, that any platform I want to sell it on. It never states that I'm going to exclusively be selling it in the store, because that was never my intention. And I've only had it for like a month. If it was 3 months and you haven't heard from me, then I could understand. Also, you have my email and you have my phone number. You could have just wrote me a message if you were concerned. You do not post things like that on my door. Like, that is not the way this happens. You do not post stuff like that on my business. Like, absolutely not. And you know what? I threw the lawyer thing in there because I feel like when you're young and you're a female, a lot of people don't take you serious as a business owner. So you always have to have that backing of like, I spoke to my lawyer about this. I bet you should never do something like that again. So that's my story. I thought it was pretty funny. It's kind of a long-winded one, but pretty much, I don't know. She thought that it was appropriate to leave notes on my business door instead of giving me a phone call, emailing me since you had my email, or looking at your contract and seeing that I can sell it anywhere that I feel necessary to sell it. Like, that's the way this business works. Like, you don't tell me how to run my business. That's the way I run it. And if you wanted your $150 quote back, you could just have it back. So that's pretty much it, guys. If you want to hear more stories like this, then please give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, with a blog on Saturdays and a vlog on Sundays. On my blog, I like to post reviews and stuff like that on things that don't quite make the cut into my YouTube videos. And I need to wrap this up because I have to go to work now. So thank you guys so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.